Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of the Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Western North Carolina fishing report with the Nantahala Sasquatch himself, Gordon Vanderpool. How's it going, Gordon?
I am hanging in there, brother. How you been?
Oh, I'm getting there. I mean, we are square in the dog days of summer. What are you seeing in your neck of the woods?
I'm definitely seeing what you just said. We're grinding it out. Depending on watersheds, if you're on a tailwater somewhere, normal rules apply. If you're in the Smoky Mountain National Park, they are looking up as the water's been lower. When the water was low, they were looking up really good. Cherokee, they're looking up really good until we got that little push of water there about a week ago. And then when it come up, it kind of went to a nymph bite. Same thing as before, like kind of what's been going on all summer, your normal stuff. Like if you're in the park or stuff like that or the National Forest, you can throw like little Adams parachutes, little stimmies, little Royal Coachmans, Royal stimmies, stuff like that. All that works good. Those colors all work real good. Single nymph, the pocket water, that's still definitely the way to get it done. And if you're in some deeper pocket water and it's moving pretty good, don't be afraid to throw something bigger than a 14. You might be surprised. Still doing pretty good on rubber legs and some of that bigger, heavier water if you can find some, as there's not much left with the streams getting skinnier these days.
Absolutely, and I'm sure the key is to fish early and fish late and scale down your tippet size a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely important this time of year.
Got it. Well, we've got a listener question from Mark Moody, and Mark's had some questions for us before, and his question relates to when fishing is difficult and you decide to fish that smaller, more natural nymph, and he really wants to know kind of fishing that nymph as a single nymph versus fishing it with an attractor, and when is the flash on the attractor not going to be a good idea? So Mark, I hope I kind of condensed that question down, but I think that's the gist of it.
So he wants to know, when would you fish it single by itself or with some sort of attractor?
Yeah, exactly.
And when would the attractor not be a good idea?
Exactly.
Okay, Mark, here's the best I can give you. In my opinion, the tractor would not be a good idea necessarily in like clear, spooky water. The time you would want to maybe do that attractor to get your attention to the small bug, if you thought that was the bite, was where if you had a little bit of stain to the water or maybe even some pretty good moving water. That would be my opinion. But if you're fishing spooky water where you think you really need to be stealthy, I would probably not be putting some big attractor on there to draw your attention to a small bug. That's the best I got.
Yeah, and to follow up on that, Gordon, would you forego a heavier anchor fly in those situations and just try to get your tippet skinny and fish a more natural, smaller nymph to avoid spooking the fish too?
I lost you on that.
Oh, sorry. So, if you're fishing difficult water and you've made the decision that you want to fish a smaller natural nymph, right? And we've already talked, you just told us that, fishing attractors with it's a bad idea. Is it a bad idea to fish a more natural point fly, to get the weight to get it down, or should you just fish it as a single fly only?
Oh yeah, you could. Yeah, I mean, you can totally fish two flies. If you're fishing an area where, you got such skinny water and you don't have much depth and much current, then I would probably stick with a single fly or even a single dry for that matter. But if you got some depth, and it's spooky water, absolutely you could throw a more natural point fly on there and do it for sure.
Got it. Well, listen, folks, keep the questions coming. Just send them to us on the Articulate Fly Facebook page. And if we read your question, I'll send you some Articulate Fly swag. And at the end of the season, we're going to have a drawing for some Nantahala Sasquatch flies. Right, Gordon?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Well, like I always say, it's not a fishing report with you if we don't get our most valuable medal. So what have we got this time around?
Yeah, this is a new tune from Godsmack. They got a new album out, and it's called Under Your Scars. It's not a rowdy one, but it is an amazing tune. It's a good one.
Awesome. Well, I'll drop it in the show notes and put the YouTube video on the website. Before I let you go and get a cold one, why don't you let us know where we can find you so folks can book in fish with you this summer?
Absolutely. It's www.flyfishingwnc.com. And I'll get back to you right away and we'll make it happen.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it, Gordon. Everybody get out there and stick a few this week. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Gordon.
Take care, Marvin.